This one comes as a shock to me. Obviously, I only know this person from one thing, and that's the fact that this guy is a genocidal Nazi. But apparently, Ken Paxton is not having a good time. This is the Texas Attorney General who put forth one of the first orders in any state, in the state of Texas, that allowed legalized bounty hunting. If you are a pregnant person and you are trying to seek an abortion, Ken Paxton authorized bounty hunters to track you down and send you to jail. That's this guy. This guy also was one of the first in the nation to authorize legalized kidnapping of transgender children. If you are a parent and you had the audacity to take your kid to the doctor when they were sick, you could have your kid stolen from you because of this guy. So again, for those of you that don't know, that's the kind of person we're dealing with. But shock and awe, he's also a corrupt monster who has now even been so exposed that even the GOP, his own party, is like, yo, we might got to get rid of this guy, man. So, let's read. Following years of scandal, criminal charges, and corruption accusations, Texas's Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton finds himself on the brink of impeachment, and a GOP-led panel is heeding the charge. In a unanimous decision, a Republican-led House Investigative Committee that spent months quietly looking into Paxton recommended impeaching the state's top lawyer Thursday on 20 articles. Like, damn. Like, wow. Like, I mean, like, if it were like a 19, you know, like maybe would have let it slide, but 20 is the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Like, wow, 20 articles, including bribery, unfitness for office, and abuse of public trust. The House could vote on the recommendation as soon as Friday, if that's today. If it impeaches Paxton, he would be forced to leave office immediately. The move sets up what could be a remarkably sudden downfall for one of the GOP's most prominent legal combatants, who in 2020 asked the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn the election. Only two officials in Texas's nearly 200-year history have been impeached. Paxton has also been under FBI investigation for years over accusations that he used his office to help a donor. He was separately indicted on securities fraud charges in 2015, but has yet to stand trial. Yo, raise your hand if you've been indicted on securities fraud and 8 years go by and you've never been into the courtroom. And by the way, you get to run for office. And by the way, you can win an election. And by the way, you get to just become a politician. Raise your hand. Everybody? Has it anyone else who got indicted on securities fraud and never had to go to court for 8 fucking years? Really? He was able to delay a court case for 8 fucking years? Holy shit, mother. You know what I mean? So, like, that's the thing with this guy, is whenever Republicans throw out their own, you know that they fucked around way too much. And wow, I mean, this guy somehow was able to push off a lawsuit for 8 fucking years? Like, I'm just impressed. You know, wow. It's a sad day for Texas as we witness the corrupt political establishment unite in this illegitimate attempt to overthrow the will of the people, blah, 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 Paxton said in a statement Thursday, calling the committee's findings hearsay and gossip. You know, that legal case that I've been kicking the can on for 8 years, that whole thing is gossip. It's hearsay, man. I don't like. Wow. By moving against him, Paxton said the rhinos in the Texas legislature are now on the same side as Joe Biden. Oh, and you know what? It's true, actually. It's true. The rhinos in Texas, Republicans in name only, for those of you that don't know what that means, they are on the side of Joe Biden. And they're on the side of George Soros, and they're on the side of Antifa, and they're on the side of groomers, right? I'm all in. I agree. Ken Paxton's statement gets my endorsement. Fuck those rhino bastards, right? Impeachment requires a majority vote of the state's usually 150-member House chamber, which Republicans now control 85 to 64, since a GOP representative resigned ahead of an unexpected vote to expel him. I'm sure the Democrats are going to not impeach him, right? You know, of course, because Democrats hate impeaching people. Or, you know, I guess Democrats hate actually getting the job done. They're fine with virtue signal impeachments, but typically when it comes to having any power, Democrats, they get scared. So I mean, maybe all 64 will vote. I don't know. I don't live in Texas. I'm just having a little fun here, okay? It's unclear how many supporters Paxton may have in the House, where he served 5 terms before becoming a state senator. Since the prospect of impeachment suddenly emerged Wednesday, none of the Texas's other top Republicans have voiced support for Paxton. So anyway, you can read more of this if you'd like. Seems this guy is getting fucked up. And also, I think this is just funny. So whenever these guys are yelling at each other, again, what do I say? I say, let them motherfucking fight. Let them yell at each other. Let them call each other communists. Let them call each other rhinos and groomers and psyops, CIA agents from the deep state. Let them have fun while I sit here and make ad revenue on this video. So there you go. Ken Paxton. Hey, he might even go to jail soon. I mean, hey, you get impeached. Why not get convicted? Why not get sent to jail, right? So throwing that one out there, totally possible. And you know what? Would I love to see it? Absolutely. But again, also, you know what you need to keep in mind? It's not like they're going to, a replacement is going to be any better. Chances are the replacement is either going to be just as bad or worse as this guy, right? So, who knows what the replacement would be. Texas is controlled by Republicans, right? So, it's, really ultimately, as far as power goes, like it might even get worse as a result. Who knows, right? So, but either way, it's still pretty fun to watch. And that's, the small silver lining here. It's pretty fun to watch.